Hi, this is part 1 of a 2-part video series on how to configure and set up your custom domain with Boost. In this first video, I'm going to show you how to use your custom domain to create opt-in URLs. In the second video, I'm going to show you how to use your custom domain as an agency portal so that your client can log in via your custom domain. So let's see how you can set up your custom domain for your opt-in URLs. These are the 4 main steps that you need to take to set up your custom domain to create opt-in URLs. I will leave a link to a written tutorial for each of these steps down in the written description below. Now I will walk you through from start to finish how the process works. The first step is to add your domain in Boost custom domain settings. So you can find Boost custom domain settings under the setup menu right here and under custom domains here. So if you haven't added any domain, you can click on add new domain right here and add your new domain right here. If you have already added a domain like I already did right here, you can click on edit to edit your existing domain. So now I will walk you through the options here so that you know what they are for. So first of all, put your domain name right here. It can be your domain name or it can be a subdomain. The next option, login domain for clients. This is for agency users. So if you are not an agency user, you don't need to set these settings. The next setting is for specifying a redirect URL for the root domain. So when people go to the root domain, it will be redirected to this URL right here. So it's just as simple as that. Now let's continue to the next step. Now you just need to decide whether you want to use Cloudflare or you want to use the normal CNAME to point your domain to Boost. You need to keep in mind that if you want to use your CNAME to point your domain to Boost from your registrar or your hosting, you need to set up an SSL certificate. The reason for this is that the social apps, they require your domain to have a secure connection. So this wasn't required before, but now all your domains in Boost needs to have a secure connection, which is an SSL certificate. And with Cloudflare, there's no SSL setup needed because Cloudflare already set up for you. So I will leave a link in the description on how to set up a CNAME and also a link in the description on how to set up your domain via Cloudflare. In this case, my domain have already been set up via Cloudflare, so I don't need to add an SSL certificate here. What I need to do is just going to add the domain by clicking on Save Change. The next very important step that you need to do is to set up your custom apps for your custom domain. So the custom apps here are the social network login apps from social networks such as Facebook or Google. So they provide these apps for free and you can easily create this app by following the instruction, which I will leave a link in the description below. In this case, I have already created my apps and I'm going to go over some settings to show you what are the necessary settings that you need to put in your app settings. So each social network will have a different layout, but basically the settings are very similar. So first of all, you need to put your custom domain right here. In this case, it is my domain right here. And this setting is for setting up the display name of your app, which your visitors will see. You can also upload an app icon which you can use to show your visitors your company logo right here. Here in the privacy policy field and terms of service field, I suggest that you put your website privacy policy and terms of service here. Let's go to the next option, which is very important right here. Now in this field, you need to make sure that this is your custom domain and what follows it is exactly like this. And now you can save changes and publish your app if you haven't published it. And the next step is to copy the app ID and app secret. After you already copy the app ID and app secret, go back to Boost and go to Own Apps right here and click on Add New App. In this case, I've already added my app, so I'm gonna show you how it works by clicking on Edit. Okay, so in this field, put in your app ID, and in this field, put in your app secret. And now a very important step is to select the domain for the app. So this app is already linked to my custom domain that I just set up right here. But in case that you are adding a new app, you need to select the domain that will be linked to this app. So this domain will be used with this app. So any opt-in URLs created with this app can only be used with this domain right here. In this case, I have already created my custom Facebook app and I have linked to my custom domain right here. So the most important steps are finished. Now I'm going to show you how to create an opt-in URL with a custom domain and a custom app. So now let's click on create a Boost URL right here. Let's put in a destination URL that you want to send people to after they opt in, and click on customize settings for this URL, or you can also use a campaign right here. But in this case, I'm gonna only use the settings for this URL. So to use your own domain, you need to use your own social apps as well. By default, it's going to be Boost social apps. So Boost social apps can only be used with Boost.link domain. In this case, because you want to use your custom domain, you need to use your own social app, and click on edit right here. And you need to select the social app for the custom domain that you set up. In this case, this is the Facebook custom app that I just set up right here. Click on save change, and let me create a sample opt-in URL. Now you need to select the custom domain that is linked to that custom app that you just created the opt-in URL with. We will update the application so that it will only show you the right custom domain to choose. But for now, please keep in mind that you need to select the right domain with the right app. So let's click on this link right here to see what it does. So as you can see, I'm going to my custom domain that I just set up right here, and I'm going to the custom social app which I set up here. I can change the logo, which can be shown right here, and the name by changing the display name right here. Please ignore this because this is not shown to your visitors. So let me click on continue and see what happens next. So as you can see, after I click on continue, I am redirected to the destination that I want to send my visitors to. And let's see in the dashboard if my email address is collected. So let me refresh it real quick. So as you can see, this is the opt-in URL that I just created, and I have collected my email address by going to my custom domain right here. So basically, that is the process on how you can use your custom domain to create opt-in URLs with Boost. At the moment, one app can only be used with one domain, so please make sure that you select the right domain for the right app. We will update the application so that it will show the right domain without having to switch your domain here. So I hope this video has helped you understand the process on how to set up your custom domain to use with Boost opt-in URLs. I will leave a link in the description showing you step by step on setting up each of these smaller steps right here. And I will see you in the next video where I show you how to use your custom domain to set up an agency portal.